And they're off in the Sycamore. Ohana Honor from the outside and Utah Beach from the inside. These two show to the front of the opening strides as they head onto that far turn. It is Utah Beach with the lead. Utah Beach by just ahead. Ohana Honor is right alongside. Safe Trip Home is next toward the inside. Then Anglophile moving up from the fourth position now to challenge for third. Golden Eye is going to be wide around that far turn the first time. Moves up into fifth. 4 lengths off the lead. Then a gap of 3 more lengths. Grand Sonata back toward the inside in sixth. Request alongside in seventh. San Siro travels wide around the turn in the 8th position. Desvio is in 9th, and Il Siciliano is last of the 10, heading into the stretch for the first time. Just over a circuit to go after an opening quarter in 25.49 seconds. Utah Beach against the rail leads at 3/4 of a length. Ohana Honor is in second. Safe Trip Home third against the rail. Anglophile alongside. Golden Eye to the far outside. San Siro is threading the needle through some traffic as they head to the second of 3 turns. Goes from 5th to 4th, now to 3rd as they enter the turn. They stack up 4 across the course at the front of the field. Opening half mile went in 50.94 seconds. All the while, Utah Beach hugs the rail, saves the ground, has the lead by 3/4 of a length. Ohana Honor is second, 3/4 of a length. Golden Eye wide again on the turn in third, though, within a length and a half of the lead as they hit the backstretch once again. Safe Trip Home is fourth, a half length. Then Anglophile goes fifth. San Siro had moved up to third, lost some positions around the turn going wide, and now is in sixth spot toward the center of the course. Grand Sonata is in seventh toward the inside of that one. Request racing along in the 8th spot. And then Desvio in 9th, and then a gap of nearly 10 more lengths back to Il Siciliano. 6 furlongs, 1 minute 15.26 off the end of the backstretch. Utah Beach is still the leader. Golden Eye has lost some ground for the move onto the far turn. It is Utah Beach leading it by a length around the turn. Ohana Honor has been there since the start, still there is second, and then a gap of 2 more lengths to Safe Trip Home, who comes off the rail from third. Anglophile has to go wide to the top of the stretch in fourth. Grand Sonata is hugging the rail, looking for some running room, but still fifth, a 1/4 mile to go. Utah Beach to catch. Grand Sonata comes up the inside. Safe Trip Home comes from the outside. Ohana Honor is now in behind horses. Safe Trip Home coming after Utah Beach. Grand Sonata toward the inside. And then a late charge from Desvio down the center of the course. Safe Trip Home gets ahead in front. Desvio is running on from the outside. 34-1 upset in the Sycamore. Desvio from deep in the pack for John Velasquez. The upset winner of Keeneland's featured 9th race, 31st running of the Sycamore Stakes Grade 2, number 6, Desvio. Owned by Stoneleigh Stables, LLC of Cornelia Bonney, owned by the Bonnie Rye Stable of Robert Bonney, the trainer Madison Myers, the jockey John Velasquez. Desvio, a 4-year-old gelded son of Yoshida out of Fitzrovia by Uncle Mo. The winner bred in Kentucky by Eliza St. George and Lee Mowbray. Keeneland January graduate. 2 minutes, 29.16 seconds, Desvio. Now the trophy presentation for the Sycamore Stakes. Representing Anthem, Mr. Kevin Kide, Regional Vice President of Sales. He presents to the connections of Desvio.
Desvio springing the biggest upset in the history of the Grade 2 Sycamore Stakes for Madison Myers and jockey Johnny Velasquez. How easy was it to get him to switch off when some of those horses were a little aggressive out in front of you?
The first part was pretty easy, though, and Madison told me, but when you need to get going, you're going to have to ride him, though. He's not going to be an easy ride. So once I got to the 5/8 pole, I started, knocking at him. Got to the 1/4 pole, I pulled him to the clear, and he started running. He got to the little sooner, and he started waiting and said, "No, buddy, come on, we got to keep running." But it was well done with the team, bringing him here. She told me the horse was ready today, and he was ready.
Sure was. Congratulations, Johnny.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Madison, to have the confidence in this horse, he'd won a stake for you in the Kent not long back, but to bring him here to Keeneland to run against this level of competition in a graded stakes race, what did you know about him that I guess the rest of us didn't know?
He's just been training better than he has in a while since around the time of the Kent. He tailed off a little bit there in the fall, and, we had done a lot of traveling with him and stuff, and sent him to the farm over the winter and just let him be a horse, and he's come back in. Rob Massey gets on him in the mornings, and he had him at his place over the winter, and he came back in and was just in super form. And a couple weeks ago, I'm looking for long races, and we're trying to figure out where you go this time of year. And he just said, you know, if you're going to take a swing, now's the time because this horse is better than he's ever been. So honestly, we had kind of a quiet, very quiet confidence coming here, you know, because it is Keeneland and they don't give races away here. So
They sure don't. You earned them, and he earned it. It's such a whirlwind after you win a race of this magnitude of graded stakes here coming to the Keeneland Winner's Circle. How will you process what just happened here with Desvio and your team?
It's going to take a while. You know, this is actually my home track. I'm from Lexington, and we're based in Middleburg, Virginia, and at Laurel Park. We've got a string there my husband has, and we kind of, you know, move horses in and out of the training center and stuff. But this is going to take a while to sink in, I think, being from here and growing up going to Keeneland. And, yeah, go Sarah Spartans.
Congratulations, Desvio. Super impressive today. Again, springing the biggest upset in the history of the Grade 2 Sycamore right here at Keeneland Racecourse.